to Big Z Sports presentation of high school softball. Tonight, crosstown rivals meet up on the diamond as the Dover Tornadoes host the New Philadelphia Quakers, presented by Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and TMK Valley Propane. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Hartzler's Quality Housing, Wood Electric, PAC Drilling, Kime Accountants, McInturf Realty, and Claxon Communications. Now let's head out to the ballpark with Chris Kale and Adam Saweski.
Welcome to Dover City Park, where Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications are proud to bring you one of the best rivalries in the state of Ohio, powered by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and TMK Valley Propane. This evening, the 0-2 Dover Lady Tornadoes play host to the 2-4 New Philadelphia Lady Quakers. The audio is available at WTUZ.com. You can watch the video live stream on our YouTube channel. I'm Chris Kale, and joining me for the Wood Electric pregame show in the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studios is Adam Saweski. Adam, this Dover team has only played 2 games this year, and the New Philadelphia Quakers have played 2 games this week. Definitely advantage leaning towards the Lady Quakers right off the rip.
Yeah, especially early in the season, Chris, whenever you have obviously getting games in is what every team wants, and you can continue to build. You can continue to get that growth you need early in the season, and it makes it very, very difficult when the weather causes that to not happen like it has for the Dover Lady Tornadoes.
Yeah, and a little bit of rain shower moved through just a few minutes ago. Of course, Lydia Brady with us for Claxon Communications. We appreciate all the great folks also on the cameras over there. Where's he at?
Greg Perkins is out.
I don't know where Perk went.
He's got his stuff set up. That's all that matters.
Yeah, he's ready to go. But nonetheless, the umpires tonight, John Craig and Ronnie Emmerich. Here, the Dover Lady Tornadoes and New Philadelphia Lady Quakers getting ready to go. Of course, the Lady Tornadoes head coached by Melissa Beachy. Last Thursday, they lost to Steubenville 13-2. That is one of their only 2 games this year. The New Philadelphia Lady Quakers head coached by John Dubke in his first season at the helm. This will be his first Dover Philly game at the helm of the Lady Quakers on Thursday. Of course, they beat Marietta 11-1. Julia Miller, 2 doubles and a single with the win in the circle. Ellie Mason, Zoe DeVore both hit home runs on Tuesday. They shut out Hoban 4-0. Julia Miller pitched a no-hitter with 18 strikeouts. She also hit a 2-run bomb. Madison Wright, 2 RBIs. Sarah Saweski, we know that name. She had 2 hits, and Peyton Murphy a double. So the Lady Quakers finally starting to find the bats and the pitching in the circle with Julia Miller. The Dover Lady Tornadoes trying to find their way with a lot of young players and a freshman on the mound.
Yeah, absolutely. And whenever we had some downtime, I'll fill you in on Peyton Murphy's double against Akron Hoban, because most people would say that's a home run when it clears the fence.
All right, then. I'll be interested to hear that one. We are going to take a timeout, and we are going to step into the dugout with both head coaches right after this on Big Z Sports.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
Are you looking for a local propane supplier? TMK Valley Propane would like to offer you our hassle-free guarantee. We can provide you excellent service with automatic fill options, budget plans, and easy delivery. Let TMK show you how we take the hassle out of your winter heating needs. Give us a call today for a free site evaluation, 330-897-3911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Thank you for joining us on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications for girls high school softball. I'm being joined in the dugout by New Philadelphia head coach John Dubke. And coach, after a rough start, you picked up 2 wins this week over Hoban on Tuesday and Marietta yesterday. Talk about your team's play.
Yeah, it's amazing with softball. One week you can be down and out, and then a week later things can turn around and everybody feels good about it. And that's kind of what we've done. It was definitely a slow start last week. We were not expecting what happened, but it does happen, and and then we turned it around this week. We're getting the bats going a little bit more now, and we're getting into a little bit of a rhythm, even though the weather's been a challenge for us in and out of the dome and stuff. But things have gotten better this week, and we're excited about tonight.
Well, Coach, speaking of the weather, what kind of challenges is it for a head coach to kind of face this early in the year, and how do you keep your kids focused moving from inside to outside all the time?
Well, it is a challenge, and I think from my perspective of it's defensively, going from dirt to concrete, and that just the timing's off, things like that, and so I actually kicked it back a notch this week, and we've just been focused more on offense because we were struggling with that anyhow. So, we haven't done a whole lot of defensive work inside. We've been doing it outside, but we've kind of backed off on it a little bit just to keep that timing and rhythm going.
Finally, Coach, this rivalry is second to none in our area. This is your first at the helm of the Lady Quakers. Your thoughts on the team you faced tonight in your first Dover Philly game?
It's an exciting time, and I've been in the area now for almost 20 years, so I know about the Dover Philly rivalry. It kind of reminds me of back when I was in school. There was a big rivalry where I came from, and so I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a great matchup tonight. I know we're both kind of struggling a little bit here early, but I still think it's going to be a great match. And anytime you put rivals together, records thrown out the window.
Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That was Lady Quakers head coach John Dubke. When we return to the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio, I'll be joined by Dover head coach Melissa Beachy on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications right after this.
If you're purchasing a new home, the team at Hartzler's Quality Housing is here to help. Take advantage of record low interest rates to make your new home a reality. Locally owned and operated since 1978, Hartzler's Quality Housing has the experience to guide you through the process. You'll find a wide selection of model homes on site to fit any budget. Open 6 days a week just off I-77. You can also visit them online at hartzlers.com. Hartzler's Quality Housing. Quality from start to finish.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame show. I'm joined in the dugout by Dover head coach Melissa Beachy. Coach, you've had such a long layoff between games. This spring with the weather, it's just been crazy. How challenging is it for a coach to try and get your young players reps?
That is our biggest challenge right now, is we have a lot of inexperience, and it's game inexperience. They do a great job staying focused in the gym with as many drills as we can come up with to mimic game-like play, but it is definitely a challenge, one that we need some games, so thank goodness the big cloud moved over us and we have sunshine to play today so that we can get some of that done.
Coach, is it still fun, or is it frustrating when you're trying to play with lineups and see what works and what doesn't?
I would probably err on the frustration side right now. It's fun when they work and we see a breakthrough, but without getting game time right now, it's the frustration side because we don't get to see how they work right now.
Finally, Coach, your opponent on the other side, we know what they bring. We can talk about them all day long. What needs to happen this afternoon or tonight for you guys to pick up that first win of the year?
We need to stay focused on our approach, what we have worked on a lot throughout our time in the gym that we've had. Laying off, we know that her best pitch and her go-to pitch is a rise ball. She can move it around and put it where she wants it. So our focus has been to lay off of the kind of trying to get yous and hit the misses when we can. So we'll keep to ours and work on our defense as well.
Coach, good luck tonight. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
That is head coach Melissa Beachy of the Lady Tornadoes. When we return to Dover City Park, it'll be time for the PAC drilling starting lineups and first pitch of one of the best rivalries in the state. It's Dover and New Philadelphia on Big Z Sports.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications brings you the Dover Lady Tornadoes as they host the New Philadelphia Lady Quakers. Let's hop right in to our PAC drilling starting lineups with Adam Soweski and the New Philadelphia Lady Quakers.
Yeah, the starting lineup for the Quakers: Madison Wright, number 8, she'll be leading off and playing shortstop. Number 18, Sarah Soweski, she'll be playing right field. Number 12, Reese Loveday, she'll be behind the plate. Number 13, Julia Miller, she will be on the mound this evening. Number 00, Peyton Murphy, she'll be playing second base for the Quakers. Number 15, Ellie Mason, she'll be playing third base. Number 9, Olivia Jackson, she'll be playing first base. 24 is Ella Yoder, she'll be in left field. And rounding out the lineup, Zoe DeVore, she'll be playing center field and wears number 1.
Madison Wright, the sophomore shortstop, steps in against the freshman pitcher in Avery Contini on the mound. First pitch, swatted over to second base, and out number 1. Nice play over there by the second baseman. Lainey Kohler, only a sophomore, retires Madison Wright on pitch number 1.
Yeah, Madison must have seen something in that first pitch. You know, there's a lot of hitters like that a lot of times, especially at the high school level, the best pitch you may see might be that first one, so that's why she jumped on it.
The freshman again on the mound, Avery Contini, pitcher for the Lady Tornadoes. She fires. Strike 1. Sarah Soweski at the plate, sophomore right fielder. Got a lot of varsity PT last year. Some good at bats, especially in that tournament run. The lefty steps in the 0-1 count. She tries to get a little bit of a slap down. Ball's batted foul. 2 strikes on Soweski.
Yeah, trying to lay something down the first base line there to find her way on base. I mean, that's the goal for the Quakers. That top half of the order, they're just trying to get on base for the big sticks that'll come up a little bit later.
The 0-2 to Soweski is outside. 1-2 now. If you would happen to hear us both yell loudly if something happens, don't be alarmed. You know, of course, this is Adam's daughter and my niece. So we're allowed to cheer a little bit when it comes to that. Sarah knocks it down the first base line, throws over and bobbled, and the umpire goes down. It's going to be safe. Not sure why Ellie Durant didn't just tag Sarah, but nonetheless, I believe they're going to call that an error.
Yeah, that would be E3 on that play. Yes, Sarah did run right by her.
Ellie Durant decided she wasn't going to do that, tried to make the throw over to Kohler, and it was bobbled, and Soweski on first base. Up now, Reese Loveday, the freshman, batting in the third spot. The catcher facing Contini. Contini's first pitch is a strike. Nice off-speed pitch there by the freshman Avery Contini.
And that's a nice approach that Contini's got going. I mean, if you notice, a lot of what she's throwing is off-speed. That'll keep the batters, off balance.
Until the batters adjust, and that will be the key, right? That's the name of the game. As 0-2 now is Loveday at the plate. As Contini starting out strong, that is exactly what the Lady Tornadoes need right now after a rough start to the season.
Absolutely. Off-speed pitches, throw for strikes, and let your defense work.
Contini will again throw the backhand change, and this time it goes a little bit outside for ball number 1. 1-2 on Loveday. Freshman catcher, number 12. Contini fires. High up in the zone. Pop to the shortstop. And recording out number 2 is Taylor Lundborg, the senior. Lundborg, one of those East District first teamers in basketball, does a little bit of everything, and she plays shortstop here for the Lady Tornadoes, Adam.
Yeah, she does. And I'll tell you what, you can see with that, those off-speed pitches, keeping the Quaker hitters off balance. It's doing a number so far, but like you said, they're going to have to make those adjustments for the second time through.
So stepping to the plate, we all know who this is. This is Julia Miller, the senior pitcher. She'll take strike number 1 from Contini. Julia really good at the plate and on the mound the last 2 games, impressive fashion. And, we know how scary of a player she can be when she gets things rolling on both sides.
Oh, absolutely.
The 0-1 is high and away, 1-1 to Julia Miller. Avery Contini, the freshman. 2 outs, no score, bottom of the first inning. Sarah Soweski reached on an error. She stands down at first base. Julia Miller, the 1-1 pitch in the dirt from Contini. Nice stop behind the plate by Gabby Maracini, the sophomore catcher. Really good defensive catcher.
Yeah, in a game like this, you don't want to give those free bases up with pass balls, and that was a great job by her knocking that one down.
So Miller will step back in. And the pitch. Skied to the third baseman, and they record out number 3. That was your third baseman, Addie Martin, the junior, will retire the side. No score as we move to the bottom of the first inning. Lady Tornadoes up when we come back on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications right after this.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Your PAC Drilling starting lineups for the Dover Tornadoes. Leading off, number 9, Taylor Lundborg, the senior shortstop. Batting second, number 8, Lainey Kohler, the sophomore second baseman. Batting in the third spot, Addie Martin, the junior third baseman, number 3. Batting cleanup, Ellie Durant, number 7, the junior first baseman. Batting in the fifth spot is Avery Contini, the pitcher, number 14, the freshman. Batting sixth is the designated player, number 11, Hannah Locke, the junior. Batting seventh, number 13, Zoe Molman, the senior center fielder. Batting in the eighth spot is Gabby Maracini, number 19, the sophomore catcher. And batting in the 9 hole is number 6, Karis Adkins, the senior left fielder. And, of course, Ireland Wallach is the flex playing right field for the Lady Tornadoes. That is your PAC Drilling starting lineups for the Dover Lady Tornadoes as they come to the plate. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Only base runner was Sarah Saweski. She reached on the error, and nice work by the
a little different approach from the senior here, the Ohio State commit. She's going to be she'll be able to try to overpower the Tornado hitters.
Absolutely, and the sun is peaked out. Man, it's actually really nice right now.
It really is.
Here at Dover City Park as we get ready to go. Julia Miller will. So Lundborg up 1-0 on the count. Julia Miller in the circle. Just pitched the no-hitter back on Tuesday. And strike one. 1-1 the count on Lundborg.
One thing that the Quakers are probably going to see a lot of is a lot of bunting. Obviously, with Julia on the mound, the Quakers see a lot of that from when she's playing or when she's pitching.
Lundborg steps in. High heat from Julia Miller. 1-2 the count now on Lundborg. Julia Miller in the circle. Again, a little bit of a, I don't want to say a rough outing to start things, but definitely got knocked around a little bit, was a little wild. But boy, this week she has picked things up, and she just rings up K number 1 for the Lady Quakers.
Yeah, that first outing you were talking about against the Braves, that was actually, there was only, believe it or not, there was only 2 hits, I believe, in that game that she had given up. There was more of a defensive lapse, if you would say, that caused the bigger issues.
Yeah, and Julia Miller with the first strikeout of the game, a little surprising there. She does a nice fastball and gets strike number 1 on Lainey Kohler. The sophomore second baseman steps in. Lainey, a good all-around athlete, plays a little bit of everything. I think her dad would let her play football if she wanted to. As the ball's fouled back, going to find a car. And Kohler now quickly 0-2.
That's one nice thing about Dover City Park. You can almost count on a foul ball hitting your car if you choose to park in those spots right behind the back.
And I don't get it. I don't understand it, but it is what it is.
There's always going to be those people that are like, oh, wow, we can park right up front.
Yeah. As the payoff pitch, strike 3 from Julia Miller. Miller mows the first 2 batters down, the first 2 strikeouts of the ball game. Julia Miller, like you had said, Adam, you called it perfectly. You know this Lady Quakers team better than about anybody. Julia is going to overpower you, and that's exactly what she's doing right now. Stepping in, Addie Martin, the junior. She takes strike number 1 swinging.
So now we have Ohio State against Bowling Green.
Yes, we have Ohio State against Bowling Green. Addie Martin, another one of those athletes. Didn't play basketball this year, but a very good basketball player. She's good about just about anything she wants to do. And she'll take strike number 2. Miller ahead in the count, 0-2. Bottom of the first inning, 2 outs, no score. Miller sets and fires and runs high. Ball 1, so 1-2 the count on Addie Martin. Julia Miller will rock in the circle as she gets the sign from her catcher. She fires high. 2-2.
Trying to get her to chase that rise ball up and out of the zone. Addie Martin doing a great job at the plate.
And that's exactly what Coach Beachy talked about, was that the Lady Tornadoes could not chase rise balls.
Yeah.
Miller fires. And strike 3. Looking as Addie Martin will have a seat. And we have moved to the end of the first inning. Still no score between the Lady Tornadoes and Lady Quakers. Big Z Sports will return courtesy of Claxon Communications right after this.
Located in the rolling hills of Holmes County, Keim Home Center is the destination and trusted source for your home, building, and woodworking needs. And we are now offering appliances. At Keim, you'll find major kitchen and laundry appliance brands such as General Electric, Whirlpool, Speed Queen, and much more. Our sales and service teams can help with product selection, delivery, installation, ongoing maintenance, and repair. Give us a call or stop by today. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Brought to you by Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Big Z Sports, Claxon Communications. Chris Kao and Adam Saweski here with you. No score, top of the second inning. A good outing for the freshman on the mound to start the game, and then the senior come in and kind of mowed things over at the bottom half of the inning.
Yeah, she made it. She made quick work of it with only 12 pitches necessary. But again, in your fourth year doing what she's done, that comes as no surprise.
Absolutely. Stepping in is Peyton Murphy, the sophomore center fielder, and she'll take strike number 1 from the freshman Avery Contini.
Contini's going to make things very difficult on the Quakers here because she's locating that changeup very, very well. That's a hard pitch to hit.
Contini, another backhand change just outside. Good job by Maricini to frame that one, but didn't get the call from the home plate umpire. So 1-1 and right to. I don't even think that the center fielder Zoe Molman even hardly moved out there. Maybe he took one little quick step backwards and found it into the glove.
Yeah, but I will tell you this, Coach.
100% is one out here in the top of the second inning. Contini set to face Ellie Mason, the freshman, and Mason will slap it up the third base line. Nice play by Ellie Durant. I'm sorry, nice play by Addie Martin to record out number 2.
Throwing it to Ellie Durant.
So throwing it to Ellie Durant.
You just looked ahead a little bit.
I had the put out instead of the assist, right? So, nonetheless, 2 outs. Here in the top of the second inning, stepping in number 9, Olivia Jackson, another freshman. The first baseman for the Lady Quakers. Another backhand change by Contini is a little bit outside for ball number 1. So 1-0 to Jackson, another really good-looking freshman that the Lady Quakers have as she sees strike number 1 to even the count at ones.
Yeah, there's four freshmen in the starting lineup for the Quakers. I know Coach John Dupke was very happy and excited for this group, and they're already producing.
Ooh, right at the belt, didn't get the call from the home plate umpire.
Yeah, that looked like it had a pretty good spot. I'm a little surprised myself.
Jackson, the freshman, sitting 2-1 now, and she laces it into the gap. That's going to be at least a double. Is Jackson going to round first, head into second base? Olivia Jackson with the first hit of the ball game with 2 outs in the top of the second inning.
Olivia did exactly what you need to do. You need to sit back and explode when the pitch does get to you. Like I said, these big hitters, it's very, very difficult. They're trained so much on speed pitching. Getting off speed is very difficult for them to hit. Olivia Jackson did a great job of it there.
John Craig, the home plate umpire tonight. Ronnie Emmerich out in the field. Contini will get a grounder to Kohler, and Kohler will throw it over to Durant, and they'll record the out. So the one hit, the double from Olivia Jackson is stranded, and we are headed to the bottom of the second inning. No score between the Tornadoes and Quakers. We'll be back courtesy of Tuscarawas Insurance Agency right after this.
The certified public accountants at Moore Niedenthal Incorporated believe in the value of relationships. Moore Niedenthal has been in business for over 40 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Moore Niedenthal can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the new More Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Bottom of the second inning. Chris Kale, Adam Saweski here with you as the Dover Lady Tornadoes getting ready to come to the plate. No score, and pretty good pitcher's duel right now, and defense doing a nice job for the Lady Tornadoes as well.
Yeah, we were talking off air. Julia Miller, she completed the first inning in 12 pitches. Well, Contini came back and said, well, I can top that. Contini threw 8 pitches in the top of the second inning to 4 total batters. So the Quakers, like I said, they're going to have to take some pitches, make her work a little bit, but great start for the freshman.
Ellie Durant will come to the plate. The junior first baseman steps in against Julia Miller, and the first pitch of bottom of the second inning is fouled back to the screen, 0-1. Ellie Durant had some time at the varsity level doing a little bit of pitching and fielding and all kinds of things last year. The 0-1 pitch from Julia Miller is strike number 2. A little bit of high cheese there.
That's where Julia wants to, that's the perfect spot to locate that rise ball because it's starting in the zone and it comes out of the zone. When it starts high, it's easier to lay off of it.
Durant will step in. Here's Miller's third pitch, and it's a fourth strikeout for Julia Miller as Durant sits down swinging. That will bring up the freshman pitcher Avery Contini, number 14. Nice to see the little pitcher's duel. Senior on the mound, freshman in the box now for the Lady Tornadoes as Miller will face her counterpart, and strike number 1.
Little pitcher v. pitcher.
And that's always good. You know what I mean? If I played softball, I would probably want to beam my counterpart. That's what I would want to do. Miller throws some cheddar right down Broadway for strike number 2. 0-2, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. And the payoff pitch from Miller is high. 1-2.
Tried to use the strikeout pitch again there,
Yep.
The rise ball, and just slipped a little out of the zone. You can see that one started high, ended way high, so that's a little easier to lay off that pitch.
Yeah, if you like the high ones, you don't want to face Julia Miller. She's going to throw a lot of them, and she's going to throw a lot of them hard as she gets strike number 3. 5 strikeouts for Julia Miller. And she's looking to strike out the side for both innings. Is stepping to the plate is number 11, and that is Hannah Locke in the 6th spot. She's the DP, the junior. Miller looking, waiting to get that sign as my papers blow all over the place thanks to the rain and the wind. And Miller's first pitch is that high rise ball for strike number 1.
Yeah, it's going to take that, you got to have that, the word slipping my mind, but
discipline?
Discipline. Yeah, discipline.
There you go.
You got to have that discipline. That's
I never had discipline.
That's the word I was looking for.
At least my dad would never say I had discipline. As Julia Miller throws for ball number 1. So 1-1 the count. Am I right on that?
Yeah.
Am I doing a good job? It's hard with no scoreboard and no book in front of you.
Yeah, you're doing good. You've been right on the counts.
Strike 2 from Julia Miller, looking to strike out the side again.
I guess in your defense, though, for a game to not have a book or the board, both pitchers are making it pretty easy on you.
Yeah, they are. I mean, hopefully Dover will be able to get their scoreboard fixed here pretty soon as Julia Miller will strike out the side. Hannah Locke goes down, and 6 strikeouts for Jules as we move to the top of the 3rd. Lady Quakers coming to the plate. We'll be back on Big Z Sports and Clax Communications right after this.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 5 years, I have been recognized as one of the top 5 producers in the state of Ohio, according to the Ohio Association of Realtors. I am honored to receive such recognition, and I owe it all to the members of this community who have trusted me for over 30 years with the purchase and sale of their homes. When you're ready to make your move, make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Chris Kale, Adam Saweski here with you, all brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and TMK Valley Propane. And Adam, We sit through 2 innings now, and no score.
No score, but the first test for the Tornadoes, I think, is going to start because Zoe DeVore is going to lead things off in the 9 slot for the Quakers, and then the top of the order comes back around. So we're going to see if they make those necessary adjustments, which are definitely needed right now.
Yeah, and that's absolutely what needs to happen as we're in the top of the 3rd, and Contini will throw that backhand change for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count. Top of the 3rd inning, again, no score. Zoe DeVore, another freshman, the left fielder, and a backhand change for strike number 1. 1-1 the count. Nice job of locating that one was the freshman, Avery Continia. Zoe, her freshman counterpart, just out in front of that one, trying to get the bunt down.
Yeah, trying to get the bunt down. It's hard to bunt a low and outside pitch.
So the 1-1 on the outside corner and got her at the belt. Strike 2 for Contini. Avery Contini really throwing that backhand change with precision right now.
She's locating it very, very well, and when you're hitting your spots with that pitch, like I said, it's very difficult to hit it.
Contini high. Should be 2-2 now, am I right?
You are correct.
See there? People say I'm not good at math. I'm not. 2-2 is Contini looking for her first strike out of the game, and she gets it with the backhand change. Avery Contini, her first strikeout against the New Philadelphia Quakers at the varsity level in her career, the first of many, I'm sure.
Got to be a nice feeling for her to get that.
Absolutely.
Hang the first K on the fence against the Quakers.
Absolutely. So stepping back in, the leadoff hitter, Madison Wright, the sophomore, she's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Wright will take the backhand change for a strike on the outside corner from Contini.
That was a good take, though, by Madison. That's your first adjustment. If you remember, she swung at the first pitch. That pitch is not one you're going to drive. That was a good take for second at bat.
And she drove that one to the gap and off the glove of the center fielder. Wright going to round first and be in with a stand-up double just off the tip of the glove of Zoe Molman out there in center field. And Wright standing with the leadoff batter at second base. You going to score that one an error?
Yeah, it hit her glove. I mean, it wasn't. I think the wind did make it a little bit more difficult, but I mean, when it hits the glove, unfortunately, that's an error.
Sarah Saweski will step in, and she will see ball number 1. The lefty finds it on the outside part of the plate.
You can hear the wind whipping through our microphones right
now. But it's still nice out right now. It's not raining. We're good. The 1-0 is in for a strike. 1-1 on the sophomore Saweski. So Avery Contini again on the mound. She'll fire the 1-1 pitch to the lefty Saweski. Saweski shows bunt, gets a piece of it, and lays it foul down the third base line. As Dad a little frustrated at that one as you hit the table?
A little bit, yeah, because I know what that's going to lead to, and this is a very difficult pitcher to do what she's about to do. You need speed. She's gonna go to her slap here, which is what the coach is calling, but it's too slow. You can't do that.
And strike 3 on Saweski, so the second strikeout for Contini. Saweski reaches on the air. She is 0 for 1 now on the afternoon. Stepping in is Reese Loveday, the freshman catcher. She is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. And the first pitch from Contini high and outside. Again, solely on that backhand change is Contini.
Like I said, she's doing a great job locating it, though. And you know, when you're placing your pitches, you're in complete control of what pitches the batters are going to hit.
The 1-0. Slapped down the third base line. She looked over to runner and fired it way over the head of Durant, and that's going to score the first run of the ball game. Madison Wright will come all the way in as Addie Martin looked to tag Wright, thought about it, decided to throw over to first base to record the out, and sailed it over the head of Ellie Durant.
Yeah, the Quakers inning, that run was completed with 2 errors. I mean, if you look at it that way, with the drop in center and then the error E5 there on the throw, it put a Quaker run on the board.
And now you've got trouble in Julia Miller stepping to the plate. Miller will step in. The backhand change for a strike from Contini. Both of those hits really unearned. The run unearned, I should say. Really, the double was the only hit of the ball game.
Olivia Jackson.
Yeah, it was Jackson's double.
She found the gap in left center there for the only hit.
Backhand change a little bit high. Looking to head over was Loveday and thought better of it. So Loveday, did you record that an error?
Yeah, because it was a throwing error. For sure.
Well, I didn't know if you thought maybe she might have beat that out. But,
No.
I mean, still, it might have been tight.
Yeah.
Definitely the second base on the error, but I got you.
Yeah.
So what's our count? Because I
2.
lost it. I was looking at you.
2-1.
2-1 to Julia Miller. Avery Contini on the mound. I mean, when you don't have a scoreboard, you have to look over it.
Yep.
I
got you.
I
got you.
So Contini will fire the pitch, and Miller's going to mash it into the gap, but it's going to be caught for the out. And was that 3?
Yeah, that's 3.
Okay. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Chris Kale, Adam Saweski here with you, and the Lady Quakers get on the board in the the top of the 3rd inning as they get the unearned run against the freshman pitcher Avery Contini, and the Lady Quakers lead 1-0 with the Lady Tornadoes coming to the plate. And been an interesting game so far, all brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and TMK Valley Propane. We are here in the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studios. Lydia Brady and, of course, Perk doing work for Claxon Communications. We appreciate Greg Perkins and Lydia for being here and doing such a great job and getting ready to step in against the senior pitcher for the Lady Quakers is Zoe Molman in the 7 spot. And again, the Lady Tornadoes, Adam, with nothing on the board but K's.
Yeah, there's 6 of those hanging right now.
They are.
And I'm sure if it was up to the seniors, she would like to make that 9, but...
I'm sure she'd probably like to make it, 20-something,
yeah,
whatever.
21.
Yeah, that'd be nice. For her.
Yeah.
If you're a Quaker fan. Obviously, I'm sure most of you listening know that we are on opposite sides in this rivalry, so they have to do that to make sure that we stay balanced.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
You got to balance the broadcast.
You got to balance it out. Zoe Molman, again, the senior center fielder, steps in. 0-1 the count.
Quakers in a little slap defense here. You can see the shift.
Miller in the circle. She'll fire, and Molman did look to lay that slap down. It was low, so 1-1 the count on the senior.
Yeah, slap hitters, they like to go to the opposite field, punch it over into left field, or just have a slow roller to the shortstop. That's usually your end goal.
Miller will fire the 1-1 pitch. Molman will take it for strike number 2, 1-2. Again, bottom of the 3rd inning. Quakers lead 1-0. Looking for strikeout number 7 is Miller, and she gets it. Strike 3. Molman will sit down. Julia Miller, 7 Ks through 3 1/3. You can do the math on that if you're listening and watching. All right, so stepping in the number 8 spot is Gabby Marasini, the sophomore catcher, number 19, as she takes strike number 1 swinging. Gabby, a really good defensive specialist catcher. She does a nice job at the plate as well. Followed her through some travel ball and different things, and she does a really nice job behind the plate, commanding her pitchers. As she'll take strike number 2.
She did everything she could to lay off that rise ball, and the bat just kept going.
High cheddar, brother, high cheddar. Miller looking for strikeout number 8. Marasini will step in, and she'll hit a high fly ball to the shortstop. And Madison Wright makes the catch behind second base. So the first non-strikeout out. So, I mean, if you're the Dover Lady Tornadoes, that's a positive thing.
It was solid contact, too. She got just
Solid
under
contact.
that. I mean, that was a rise ball. Obviously, it's going to be hard to stay on top of that, but she did a good job making solid contact.
Stepping in, the bottom of the order, Karis Adkins, the senior left fielder, number 6. Known Karis for a long time.
Well, it did turn into a beautiful
Man,
inning.
if the wind, I mean, and the wind's not bad. It's just
No.
blowing at the wrong angle for our microphones. But really nice evening here at Dover City Park as Julia Miller will fire pitch number 2, and I believe that's a 1-1 count now.
Yes, it is.
All right, see there?
Yeah, you're doing good.
Hey. I don't need the pats on the back, but it's always nice to have it.
Hey, you got it.
The 1-1 pitch from Julia Miller, looking for strikeout number 8. And Karis looking to put that first hit on the board for the Lady Tornadoes. 1-2, the count to Karis Adkins, the senior left fielder. And strike 3. Julia Miller with 8 strikeouts. 1-0 as we move to the 4th. Lady Quakers on top in this one. We'll be back, brought to you by Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, right after this timeout.
Are you looking for a local propane supplier? TMK Valley Propane would like to offer you our hassle-free guarantee. We can provide you excellent service with automatic fill options, budget plans, and easy delivery. Let TMK show you how we take the hassle out of your winter heating needs. Give us a call today for a free site evaluation, 330-897-3911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Adam Saweski joining me, Chris Kale, here at Dover High School's field. Beautiful Dover City Park. We got the baseball game going on behind us. I don't know, Adam, can you see the scoreboard? I'm at a bad angle.
Yeah, I'll try to get that score. I could probably stand up. There's a few too many.
I think it's 0-0 in the 3rd. Yes, it is. 0-0 for the Dover and New Philadelphia baseball game on the new turf. Only the second game on the turf behind us.
When I drove by, it looked really, really nice, and I'm sure they're excited for it. That's a great upgrade for any high school team.
Absolutely it is. As Contini back on the mound, now facing Peyton Murphy.
Sophomore.
Second baseman.
But that's all right. Yeah, she plays second base.
Why do I have her as center field?
I don't know.
All right, then.
Yeah, that's all right.
As she rips one up the right field line for a base hit. That's a nice job for Murphy.
Yeah, both at bats. Peyton's, she hit the solid ball out to right at the center fielder, if you remember, in her first at bat, and that's another solid contact. She's letting the ball travel in and exploding to contact.
So Ellie Mason going to step in now. She plays third base, right?
Yes, she does.
Okay, just checking. So Ellie Mason, the freshman, 0 for 1. She will step in. No outs. Quakers lead 1-0 as the backhand change is dribbled to the shortstop and not going to be able to make the play. As rounding third base, here comes Murphy in for the slide and scores. 2-0 Quakers on the throwing error from the shortstop. Lundborg picks up the error, and just throwing errors from that left side of the field for the Lady Tornadoes have led to the 2-0 lead right now for the Quakers.
Yes, it has. I was going to say that exact thing. Both throwing errors have led to both runs that the Quakers have been able to get in.
And now you've got the hardest hitting batter so far today in Jackson, who has the Jackson, the freshman first baseman, will see it and sky it to the right fielder. Underneath it, and recording out number 1 for the Dover Tornadoes is Ireland Wallach, the flex player out there in right field, and we've got out number 1, 2-0 in the top of the 4th.
That was a nice catch by Ireland. I mean, that ball, that little bit of wind that we're dealing with right now, it's got to be wreaking a little havoc on the ball especially when it's hit that high in the air.
Ella Yoder will step in. She's 0 for 1, the junior. As she'll see the backhand change and she'll foul it off. Strike 1 for Contini.
Change-up's a hard pitch to bunt.
It is. I mean, I'll tell you what. I like the initial, throwing that nonstop. We'll see if Dover has to change as well, right?
Yeah.
As Yoder's going to slap it up the middle, and that's probably going to be an RBI as they get they stop her at third. No throw. So Ella Yoder picks up the single. She's 1 for 2 now on the afternoon.
Coach Dubke, I'm sure thinking with, you got Zoe DeVore, and then you have your top of the order for the third time.
Right.
Looking for a big inning, not trying to push it for one more. He's looking for maybe bigger things here in this inning.
Yeah, and they stop Mason over there. And stepping into the plate is Zoe DeVore, the freshman left fielder. She will take the bunt, and it dribbles off. Marasini picks it up and throws it back in. Strike number 1. 2-0. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. New Philadelphia with a 2-0 lead.
Almost had that down. That would have been would have got the job done. Got the runner to second. It looks like that may have been a missed call or a missed sign there. I think it was supposed to be a take bunt.
Mason at third, and they throw over an almost a costly mistake right there as Marasini just over the head of Addie Martin.
A little more frustration there for Coach Dubke because actually with that happening, the shortstop Lundborg came over to back that up. There was nobody at second base.
Yeah, nobody, and Yoder still standing on first.
Yeah.
The backhand change is fouled off by DeVore, and I believe it is now 0-2.
And seeing that, one other thing that'll tell you if you are the Quakers is they are not worried about that runner because that play, even with her starting to go, the throw was going to third base. So I'm actually surprised that they have not taken second base yet.
Yeah, that's usually the standard, right?
Yeah.
It's now 1-2, and now Yoder finally gets over to second base. So Ella Yoder on second.
Yep, 2-2.
Ellie Mason sits at third, 2-2 on the batter, Zoe DeVore. Contini fires, strike 3. Nice pitch right there by Avery Contini. Her third strikeout this afternoon and a big one for out number 2. So 2 outs for the Lady Quakers as they send Madison Wright, the leadoff hitter, back to the plate. Wright 0 for 1. And she'll slap it up the left side foul. I do have her for 0 for 1, right?
Yeah, because she
reached on the air.
Reached on the air in her second at bat, which it was a shot, but it was definitely a playable ball by the center fielder.
Yeah, just off the tip of the glove by Zoe Molman. And a little bit of high and outside. Big moment here for the freshman on the mound in the circle, I should say, for the Lady Tornadoes. They trail 2-0.
Yeah,
runners on second and third.
Yeah, base hit for the Quakers will plate too.
And it just did. A nice shot up the middle was right. The center fielder tries to fire it in. Oh, they do get it in, and they almost had her stoved as she dives back in. That was Ella Yoder. Yoder dives back into third. A nice seeing eye single for Madison Wright in the RBI.
Yeah, I was a little surprised there. It looked like because the Tornadoes cut that throw in, so I was a little surprised that she didn't continue to home. She was about three quarters of the way down the line.
Yeah, nice job by the center fielder, Zoe Molman, to get that in for the Tornadoes. And now Sawaski back to the plate. She is 0 for 1, reached on an error, has the strikeout. Sees the first pitch high. Avery Contini, the freshman on the mound, trying to get out of trouble. 3-0. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Sawaski will take ball number 2. So 2-0 to Sawaski. Ella Yoder stands on third. Madison Wright with the RBI single stands at first. Sawaski, the lefty. The 2-0 pitch is ripped up the left side and a base hit, and that's going to be an RBI for the Skeeter. As Dad smiles on that one, Uncle will smile as well.
Yeah, she did a good job. I mean, it was down the left field line, but that's did a good job letting the pitch get to her. That's one thing coaches will tell them. It doesn't matter if you're late on the pitch because it's better to explode through the ball instead of getting way out in front and hit it off the end of the bat.
So now Seweski at first. And over at second base is Wright. And at the plate is Reese Loveday, the freshman. She is 0 for 1, reached on an error. The backhand change is strike number 1.
She was a little late there. Again, same thing, trying to do the same thing, let the pitch get to her, explode, so you're not slowing your bat speed down.
So the 0-1 pitch from Contini is drilled to left field, and that's going to be gone. Home run for the freshman Reese Loveday, a 3-run dinger. And that was a big one.
That was a shot.
Wow. So Reese Loveday, the freshman, the 3-run shot puts the Lady Quakers now up 7-0. In the top of the 4th, and they've blown this one open. And again, errors costing the Dover Tornadoes. As again, I was going to ask you, Adam, obviously New Philadelphia, a veteran bunch. They've made the adjustments through the second time through the lineup. Avery did a nice job with that backhand change. Now does she need to change her approach and make the adjustment at the mound and maybe not rely on that backhand change?
You may want to look at doing something like that. Obviously, the Quakers have made their adjustments, so you have to counter that.
Right.
You have to come back with your own change and keep the Quakers guessing at the plate.
Julia Miller to the plate with no ducks on the pond as she will see ball number 1. Miller 0 for 2 so far, the senior. She does have the 8 strikeouts in the circle.
And you mentioned it, Chris. The errors are looming large because that was another out, and the Tornadoes would have been out of this inning.
Yep, I agree. Ball number 2 from Contini to Miller, and again, Coach Beachy trying to juggle her lineup. I mean, a lot of new pieces for the Dover Lady Tornadoes from last year.
That 7 days of rest inside, and when you're not playing games, it makes it very, very difficult.
3-0 to Miller. Yeah, and again, the Lady Quakers have 2 games under their belt and 6 total, 2 this week. The Lady Tornadoes have only played 2 games, and they haven't played since last Thursday.
Yeah.
So definitely, like we talked about, definitely in the Quaker favor. Before we even threw the first pitch here, as Contini gets the strike.
Yeah, we're definitely not making excuses, but it's just the reality it does come. Throwing errors and whatnot. Those types of things can't happen if you're not used to game flow.
Yeah, if you're not used to fielding grounders from the dirt, as Miller will take the walk. First walk issued in this ball game, as Miller will hit over to first base. Contini with the first walk.
And they're going to make a switch here. Not really a switch. It'll be a courtesy runner. Megan Prouty's going to enter the game and run for Julia Mitchell. Miller. Wow.
You are a Philly guy, right? I just checking.
Yeah. And of all names, the butcher, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought you would have butched that one. But hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
Stepping to the plate is Peyton Murphy, the sophomore second baseman. She's 1 for 2 with a single. Murphy will step in. Megan Prouty on first base, the courtesy runner for Julia Miller. 2 outs, 7-0, and a deep fly ball from Murphy is going to be corralled by the center fielder. That is Zoe Molman that retires the side. So we are heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Lady Quakers up 7-0, all brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. We'll be back right after this.
If you're purchasing a new home, the team at Hartzler's Quality Housing is here to help. Take advantage of record low interest rates to make your new home a reality. Locally owned and operated since 1978, Hartzler's Quality Housing has the experience to guide you through the process. You'll find a wide selection of model homes on site to fit any budget. Open 6 days a week just off I-77. You can also visit them online at hartzlers.com. Hartzler's Quality Housing. Quality from start to finish.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Chris Kale, Adam Seweski here with you. Of course, on 99.9 WTUZ, our streaming service not up and running right now. Normally you would be able to hear it on WTUZ.com, but of course you can just hop over and check out our video live stream on YouTube, courtesy of Claxon Communications.
Why listen when you can watch?
I mean, that's kind of the way I feel. But, maybe you are in your car and you're driving somewhere and you need to flip on the radio and say, hey, guess what? I'm going to listen to it, via live stream on the way up to Canton or something.
That's true. You could do that if you got the internet set up in your car, which most cars these days do.
But tonight, that's not working.
No.
So, nonetheless,
moving on.
Stepping to the plate for the Lady Tornadoes as they trail 7-0 is number 9 Taylor Lundborg, the leadoff batter. She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Julia Miller will fire the 0-1 here in the bottom of the fourth with a 7-0 lead. Miller will find the rise ball high and even the count at 1-1. Taylor Lundborg, we talked about her being the senior, does a little bit of everything, a good basketball player for the Lady Tornadoes on the hardwood. 1-1 from Miller. Strike 2. Taylor Lundborg 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Julia's been very, very efficient. Her pitch counts for the first 3 innings have been 12, 11, and 11.
Phew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means you're locating everything you're throwing.
The 1-2. Strike 3 from Miller. 9 Ks for Julia. Lundborg sits down. She is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
It's getting that.
Oh, I'm getting a heckler.
You got the heckler over here.
I get it. That's all right. I see that. I thought you were laughing at my call or something. Like, what are you laughing at?
No, I just happened to look over at the perfect time.
It's all right. DT over there taking pictures. It's okay. As Kohler steps in, she'll show bunt. She tips it off and foul. Lainey Kohler, the sophomore, really good athlete. She's good on the basketball floor and good here on the softball diamond as well.
Great effort there by Reese Loveday trying to make the catch on that bunt attempt. But, that was you just got to square that up to be able to get that down because, that's the goal right now. The Tornadoes just need to get the ball in play.
You got to get base runners,
Make the Quaker defense make some plays instead of having everything handled at home plate.
Kohler, the sophomore second baseman, will take ball number 1 high to even the count at 1-1. Again, bottom of the fourth inning, 7-0. Lady Quakers in front in that big fourth inning here. The 3-run home run by Reese Loveday. Miller, strike 2. So 1-2 on Kohler. Already with 1 strikeout on the afternoon.
That's a very tough pitch to hit. If they're going to call that a strike, that's tough.
Yeah, low and below the knees.
Yep.
And she'll take strike 3 looking. 10 strikeouts for Miller as Kohler strikes out for the second time. The only batter that hasn't struck out was Gabby Marasini, who flied out.
Yep, flew out to center field.
So stepping in now in the third hole is Addie Martin, the junior. Martin will pop it up, and it's going to be caught down the third base line. Nice play right there by the third baseman, Ellie Mason. And that's going to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, 7-0. Lady Quakers in front. We'll be back right after this on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Chris Kale, Adam Saweski back here at Dover City Park. The Lady Quakers lead the Lady Tornadoes 7-0 as we move to the top of the 5th inning. And the Lady Quakers back at the plate. All brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and TMK Valley Propane. Of course, Claxon Communications having us covered on the video live stream. Just make sure you go to YouTube. You're probably watching it there. Type in WTUZ Big Z Sports. Make sure you subscribe to that page because if you subscribe, as soon as Lydia over there hits
some more, we got a bunch of baseball coming, more softball games, and then we haven't even started talking about the tournament run, but we'll be doing tournament games as well.
Yeah, I can't wait for that tournament run as Ellie Mason drills one to left center field and is caught by Zoe Molman. So 0 for 2, reaching on the air now was Ellie Mason as she goes down.
A little statistic for you for the Quakers with Reese Loveday's home run tonight. That's the 5th Quaker already to have a home run in the books.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's one of those things where, it's good to get that early in the season, especially when it's cold and you don't want to hit that ball. Think about what happens when it gets a little bit warmer.
Exactly.
A nice shot up to the second baseman, Kohler. And Kohler will make the throw over to record out number 2.
2 pitches, 2 outs.
Yep. Jackson now 1 for 2 with the double on the afternoon.
I'm sure Avery would like to keep the streak going here, make it 3 pitches, 3 outs, and come back and try to do some damage at the plate.
And she's pretty much stayed with that backhand change. I don't think she's thrown anything else here this evening for the Lady Tornadoes, but doing a nice job in locating it well.
Would that be like the foul shot jinx that I just gave her?
I didn't even think about that. That was good. So the 1-0 to Ellie Yoder. Yoder will slap it up to third base, way over Ellie Durant's head. Lundborg with the error. I believe that's 4 now for the Lady Tornadoes.
Yeah, and we saw exactly what can happen. Quakers are putting a pinch hitter in. Sydney Vandal's batting for the Quakers in Zoe DeVore's spot.
Okay, so Sid Vandal in the freshman number 11 will bat in her fellow freshman Zoe DeVore's spot. We'll see if she's going to play center field. I would imagine she probably would.
I would assume it's going to be a complete substitution, but we will see.
So Sydney Vandal will step to the plate. Always good to get a freshman a look here, as actually both these teams getting plenty of freshmen. A look as Vandal will hit it over to Durant. Durant makes the out. So the one error in the base runner reached for the Lady Quakers is stranded, and they still have the 7-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th from Dover City Park on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications. We'll be back right after this.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Looks like the Dover Tornadoes with the 1-0 lead over there.
Oh, so tight one over at the baseball field.
Yeah.
Huh?
Actually, no, I think that is, I take that back. That is New Philadelphia with the 1-0 lead in the 4th.
All right.
Here we are in the bottom of the 5th, and it is 7-0 Lady Quakers. The big 3-run home run in the 4th inning for the Quakers kind of blew this thing open. Miller back on the mound as she'll face Ellie Durant. Durant 0 for 1, the first baseman with a strikeout. Durant will see strike number 1, and Miller just absolutely blew it by her right there.
Yeah, like I said, Chris, she's being very, very efficient, which in pitcher's terminology, that means she's locating everything she's throwing.
Durant will show bunt, does get a little bit of aluminum on it, but slaps it up the third base line and foul. 0-2. Bottom of the 5th, no outs, 7-0 Lady Quakers in front. Lady Tornadoes at the plate. Only a couple more chances here as Durant 0-2. Miller fires. High for ball number 1. 1-2 on the junior Durant.
That's a very hard pitch to lay off. She did a good job with that because that started in the strike zone.
Julia Miller fires the 1-2 pitch. Ooh, just inside at the knees for ball number 2. 2-2. Clouds looming over that third base line again, Adam. I don't want to get wet again. Miller will fire the 2-2, and it is skied to the shortstop. Right, looking for it. Playing. If she'd have got straight contact on that one, it might still be going, Adam.
Yeah, that was a shot. Unfortunately, it only went about 35 feet out into the field.
Yeah. So stepping to the plate now, the pitcher Avery Cantini in the 5-hole. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Miller fires. Strike one. So Julia Miller in control. 10 strikeouts here this afternoon. 7-0 lead against her rival the final time she'll play here at Dover City Park in her illustrious career as a Lady Quaker.
Yeah, it's obviously she's going to be moving on to some pretty big things, but boy, she's taken full advantage of her career as a Quaker.
Miller will fire high. The rise ball just up and over the outstretched arms of the catcher, Reese Loveday, with that big 3-run home run. She's done a nice job this season of, keeping Julia where she needs her, where the team needs her. And
you talked a little bit about Reeston, and she's stepped in like you would think that she's also a senior, because it's just she's very, very comfortable back there.
Yeah, and that's the whole point, right, is that, she's been asked to step in this year with some injuries and whatnot, and she's done a fabulous job in just 6 games of maintaining what Julia needs behind the plate and her catcher.
Yep. Counts 1-1 on Hannah Locke. Took a nice cut at the first pitch, just a little bit behind that.
Locke, the junior DP, 0 for 1 with a strikeout here so far. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th, 7-0 Lady Quakers in front from Dover City Park. Chris Gale, Adam Soweski here with you as strike number 2. 1-2 now the count on Locke. So Julia Miller and Hannah Locke. Miller has the signal and fires. Locke makes contact down the right field line, and it is caught out of play. But nonetheless, an out from Olivia Jackson, and that retires the side as we move to the top of the 6th. 7-0 Lady Quakers in front. All brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. We'll be back right after this.
Located in the rolling hills of Holmes County, Keim Home Center is the spring appliances. At Keim, you'll find major kitchen and laundry appliance brands such as General Electric, Whirlpool, Speed Queen, and much more. Our sales and service teams can help with product selection, delivery, installation, ongoing maintenance, and repair. Give us a call or stop by today. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Now cloudy Dover City Park, and rain looming down the left or down the third base and left field line.
From the looks of things, if this field was in Peral, I think we'd be getting wet.
Yeah, I think so. Let's just hope that it stays over there. But nonetheless, we move to the top of the 6th, and the Lady Quakers with a 7-0 lead. And at the plate, can't see the number.
And Madison Wright, top of the order once again.
There we go. Back to the top of the order. Madison Wright will slap on to the right field line. And a nice catch down there by the right fielder. Now will be Ireland Wallach, the flex player over there in right field. So Madison Wright now 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Sarah Soweski to the plate, the lefty against the freshman Avery Contini. Soweski with an RBI single her last time up. She'll take ball number 1. Soweski, the right fielder, reached on the error, had the strikeout, 1 for 2, and an RBI single for the sophomore. Contini fires the 0-1, and Soweski nails it to center field. Almost a little bit of trouble out there for Molman, but she corralled it to retire the sophomore right fielder.
2 quick ones there for the Tornadoes. I mean, right now that's what they need. Get the quick outs and get their chances at the plate.
2 down, top of the 6th, 7-0. Lady Quakers in front. Now it's all about momentum for the Lady Tornadoes to try and find something at the plate, and also Avery Contini to continue to find her groove on the mound. As a high out there is Reese Loveday. So, 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Quakers.
4 pitches.
4 pitches from Avery Contini.
4 pitches, 3 outs, and the Tornadoes are back up.
And they're back up. We move to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back 7-0 Lady Quakers right after this.
The certified public accountants at Moore Niedenthal Incorporated believe in the value of relationships. Moore Niedenthal has been in business for over 40 years in your community. helping individuals and businesses grow. More Niedenthal can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the new More Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Bottom of the 6th inning from Dover City Park. Julia Miller in control with 11 strikeouts, and the Lady Quakers lead 7-0. Chris Kale, Adam Saweski here with you on Big Z Sports 99.9 WTUZ and Claxon Communications, all brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and TMK Valley Propane. Lady Tornadoes, now it's all about trying to find, we talked to head coach Melissa Beachy at the beginning of the game, said, hey, is it still fun to try and figure out lineups and everything else? And she's like, right now, not really. And I understand.
Yes.
You're trying to figure out where people need to be. You had a couple pitchers that pitched for you last year that have elected not to pitch this year, and you throw a freshman on the mound who's doing a very good job, but she's just a freshman.
Yeah, it's tough. I know that the Tornadoes have only played 2 games, but the reality of it is you're 3 weeks into the season. You don't want to start. You don't want to still be with all those decisions to make and start juggling stuff. In that amount of time, most teams are pretty much settled. They know who's going to play or is going to play.
Exactly, and head coach Beachy and assistant Jim Morris trying to figure it out as Mulman will slap one down the third base line for out number 1 out. The bottom of the 6th inning. So Gabby Marasini, the catcher, sophomore, 0 for 1 with a fly out. She'll show bunt and dribbles it foul up the right first base line. Was it right field?
It's technically the right field line.
Yeah, but
too.
it's not.
That's a good adjustment there to try to get on the first base line because all the bunts have went down the third base line. So change it up. Try the first base line. See if you can get something to work.
Marasini will take ball number 1 high from Miller. So the 1-1 count now on Gabby Marasini, the sophomore catcher. She wears number 19. Tornadoes trying to find a little bit of something here. As Marasini gets down a nice bunt. She'll run up the first base line and a nice play right there by the third baseman, Ellie Mason.
Actually, that was Reese Loveday that popped out of the catch. Yeah, she popped out of the catcher's position. Great charge by Ellie Mason, but that ball didn't make it that far out of the box, so it's definitely the catcher's play much easier to make.
I looked down, so my fault on that one. Yes, great job by Reese Loveday. She's having a possible Mac and Turf Realty Player of the Game stats out there for her today.
Yeah, she's playing a whale of a game. Obviously controlling things behind the plate there for the Quakers.
Karis Adkins, the 9th batter, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Only her second at bat. The 0-1 pitch from Miller is fouled off over the screen, back to the Cars.
That's only the second one. That was a light one, so I guess if you're going to roll the dice and park right behind the backstop, you may have picked a good game to do it.
I don't get it. I mean, that game I watched you guys call over at Philly, somebody lost a window in their van. Why you would park anywhere near a softball or baseball field is beyond me, as Miller will get K number 12 as she sends them up 3 down as we move to the top of the 7th inning. Final inning for the Lady Quakers and Lady Tornadoes as the Quakers lead 7-0. We'll be back right after this timeout on Z Country 99.9.
The certified public accountants at Moore Niedenthal Incorporated believe in the value of relationships. Moore Niedenthal has been in business for over 40 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Moore Niedenthal can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the new Moore Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. 7-0 Lady Quakers in front, top of the 7th inning. Chris Kale, Adam Soweski here with you. And Lady Tornadoes being plagued by 4 errors and also being plagued by the girl that's stepping up to the plate that was in the circle. She's mowing them down. She's got 12 strikeouts.
Yeah, complete control tonight for Julia Miller, and now she wants to looking to do some damage maybe at the plate.
Julia Miller 0 for 2 with a walk as she steps in for her final at-bat here at Dover City Park. And she'll take the backhand change from Avery Contini, the freshman, for strike number 1. Contini with 3 strikeouts on the afternoon, predominantly throwing that backhand change. Miller, the 0-1 from Contini, is drilled up the left field line. It's going to roll all the way to the fence, and Julia Miller is going to go on for a double. Stand-up double for Julia Miller with a shot that almost took off the head of Addie Martin over at third base. And she threw the glove up and tried to put a play on it, but that was as solid of a hit as you could get.
Yeah, that ball was smoked, and I think by the time Addie's glove, Addie reacted quick, but I think by the time the glove actually made it in the air, I think it was already in left field.
So Julia Miller 1 for 3 with a double and a walk and 12 strikeouts in the circle, and that brings up Peyton Murphy, the sophomore. Murphy 1 for 2 with a single, as she'll take the backhand change and foul it off over the Dover Tornado dugout for strike number 1.
Quakers looking to get a few insurance runs here.
Prouty is at second, the courtesy runner.
And
the ball gets past Gabby Marasini, and will allow Prouty to move over to third.
I was going to let you handle the pinch runner, because if you remember the last time I tried to say who she was running for, that got ugly quick.
Julia Miller with the double, and Megan Prouty comes in to run for her, and she is now at third base after the passed ball by Marasini. So Contini will fire, and a little bit low.
2-1.
2 balls and 1 strike. If I would have waited a second, I could have got umpire John Craig's call for that one. But
yeah.
Murphy will take ball number 3 on the outside. Only 1 walk in this game. 1 walk earlier. I believe it was Julia Miller that walked. It was. So Julia Miller with the only walk of the game from Contini. Contini will fire and get strike number 2. So full count now. Not a lot of full counts here this evening.
No, not at all. The batters have all been working quick, and on the other side of the plate, it's just been efficient.
The payoff pitch from Avery Contini to Peyton Murphy is high in the second walk of the game, as Murphy will trot down to first base.
Ellie Mason going to step up for the Quakers. Last time flew out to center field. She used all of the field to fly out to the center fielder.
Yes,
we thought that was going to carry out as well.
The freshman third baseman 0 for 2, and she did reach on an error. Her 4th at bat here as she steps in against the freshman Avery Contini. Showing bunt. She pulls it back. Nice stop there by Marasini, allowing the runner to head over to second base and Peyton Murphy. So Murphy stands at second. The pinch runner, Megan Prouty, stands at third. 7-0 Lady Quakers lead, top of the 7th inning. Strike number 1 from Avery Contini to even the count at 1-1 on Ellie Mason, the freshman third baseman.
That's a great spot there by Contini inside, catching that inside corner. That's a tough pitch for the batter to hit.
So the 1-1 from Contini in a tough spot with 2 runners on, and she hit her. So third walk issued by the freshman. As Mason will trot down. She is 0 for 2, reached on an error, and hit by pitch. So bases are loaded. 1 down, correct?
Nobody out.
Oh, nobody out.
No, nobody out.
I mean, again, that's a little hard when you don't have a scoreboard to look at. But we've got a visit to the mound from Melissa Beachy, the head coach of the Dover Lady Tornadoes. She'll trot out and have a chat with her freshman pitcher, who overall has done a nice job here this afternoon.
We got a change at pitcher.
Oh, we do have a change.
And it looks like number 9, is that Taylor Lundborg?
Yes, Taylor Lundborg will step in. The shortstop moves over, and she's going to pitch in a tough spot. Lundborg pitched some last year. She does a nice job, does some travel pitching and whatnot, her and Contini, and also Ellie Durant doing some of the pitching duties, but primarily I believe it's going to fall on Contini's shoulders this season, and she did a nice job. You got to tip your cap to the freshman. She had 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, and one hit batter to add to the 2 regular walks.
And the thing is,
she did a nice job.
She did, and if we break things down, that run in the 3rd inning, that was all because of an error.
Yeah.
If we go to the 4th inning where the Quakers busted it for 6 runs, that was all stemmed from an error because they actually had the 3rd out of the inning made. It was another throwing error, which fueled that inning.
Yeah.
So you're looking at as really what could be a 0-0 game right now, other than the Reese Loveday 3-run shot. So I guess it'd be 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a change. And again, like you said, not trying to make excuses, but Tornadoes have been indoors a lot in the last couple of weeks, and not being able to take the field a lot tends to lead to some of those errors.
Yes.
Now Taylor Lundborg will step in. Here's number 9, Olivia Jackson, the freshman. She'll take a ball low for ball number 1. So Jackson, 1 for 2 with a double. The freshman first baseman with the bases full of ducks. Jackson will dribble it over to the second baseman. Nice throw and an out at home. Nice job by Hannah Locke. Locke stepped into that second baseman slot. They moved Lainey Kohler over to shortstop. And Lundborg steps in to the mound.
Yeah, fielder's choice there. Hannah Locke with a nice play. Knowing the importance of shutting that run off at home. Obviously, that's for probably more down the road, but I'm sure Coach Beach is going to like to see that.
1 for 2.
And the wind's howling here at Dover City
It's
Park.
definitely picked up, and when that sun goes in, it's as Yoder will foul it back to the loaded. 1 down. Ella Yoder at the plate. 0-2. Taylor Lundborg coming in relief and gets the strikeout. So Lundborg with her first strikeout of the game. 4th strikeout for the Lady Tornadoes as she relieved Avery Contini. So 2 down. Bringing to the plate is Sid Vandal. Vandal stepped in to Zoe DeVore. Now we've got a run that's going to be plated on the wild pitch from Lundborg. So Lundborg with the wild pitch makes it 8-0. As Peyton Murphy scores from third, advances the other 2 runners around. And like you hear the wind blowing at the wrong angle. So it's 8-0, 2 outs. And a 1-1 count now on number 1. Actually, that's Zoe DeVore stepping back in.
Yeah, Zoe DeVore, she re-entered.
Yeah,
to
she
go
did re-enter.
To player field, so that was Sydney Vandal with just a pinch hit at bat.
So 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts is Zoe DeVore. Taylor Lundborg with a strikeout. She got the force out at home and walked in a wild pitch run from third base. 2-2 the count on Zoe DeVore. 8-0 Lady Quakers in front, top of the 7th. Tornadoes trying to get out of trouble. 2 runners on. Lundborg low and outside, ball 3. Full count now. First base open, but Madison Wright 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI in the on-deck circle.
Taylor had a good spot there. That's she just had a straight called low, so she tried to get her to chase a little lower.
In on the hands.
Well, it hit her bat, so I'm not Coach Beachy's going to come out on that one.
Yeah,
it hit her bat.
That absolutely hit the bat. So Coach Beachy getting the explanation from home plate umpire, and that it didn't hit her hands because she's not down there flexing her hands.
No, it definitely hit off the knob of the bat.
Right off the knob of the bat. So, just one of those things where the home plate umpire didn't see it. Now they'll converse and talk about it.
I'm guessing Zoe DeVore, yes, it's going to sting a little because it did hit off. I mean, it probably caught a little bit.
If it hit your knuckles, you're moving a lot more than she did down to first base. And they... So, Coach Beachy does get the explanation that she did not want. Nonetheless, Zoe DeVore down to first base with the walk.
I guess the other way to look at it is the ball would not have traveled as far as it did if it hit her hand.
Right.
But that's okay.
I agree with you 100%, but nonetheless, Madison Wright at the plate.
As the saying goes, we move on.
Yes, with the bases chock full of ducks out there, or Quakers if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Ducks on the pond. I don't mean that in any bad thing.
No, I know. I know what you mean. Ducks
some
on the
people
pond.
wouldn't think that I meant it that way, but I didn't. A nice stop by Lundborg, and she'll throw over to first base and retire the side. 8-0. Lady Quakers in front. We go to the final half of the inning. Bottom of the 7th. Coming up right after this.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 5 years, I have been recognized as one of the top 5 producers in the state of Ohio, according to the Ohio Association of Realtors. I am honored to receive such recognition, and I owe it all to the members of this community who have trusted me for over 30 years with the purchase and sale of their homes. When you're ready to make your move, make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Final half inning of this one. Lady Quakers in front, 8-0. Bottom of the 7th. Chris Kale, Adam Saweski here with you from Dover City Park. Lydia Brady, Greg Perkins from Claxon Communications also here suffering through the cold and the rain, but it looks like if we were in Strasburg right now, we'd be getting wet out.
Yeah, it does look that way. It's dark and you can see the rain falling. It looks like the baseball game, it looks from here as if the Dover Tornadoes are leading 2-1 in the 6th inning.
Yes, 2-1 in the 6th inning. Tornadoes in front over there, and we are getting a couple raindrops as stepping to the plate is number 9. Taylor Lundborg was on in pitching relief. The shortstop 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So we'll see if the Tornadoes can get a little bit of momentum as they move forward. This going to drop them to 0-3 on the season unless they get something crazy to happen against Julia Miller on the mound.
Good spot there. Must have been a little high.
1-1 to Lundborg, the senior. Started the game at shortstop. Moved to the pitching circle in relief of Avery Contini. Lundborg. The 1-1 is high from Miller, 2-1. 8-0. Lady Quakers in front, and Julia Miller all playing their final games here at Dover City Park against their rival. They, of course, that's right. It's on Friday or Thursday. Thursday. And deep shot by Lundborg all the way back to the fence. A little bit of warning track power is retired by the left fielder, Ellie Yoder. So 1 down. Lainey Kohler going to step to the plate. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, next Thursday we're going to switch to the boys' side of things. We're going to Joe Geckler and Travis McClellan will be on the call as the Quakers and the Tornadoes square off on the baseball diamond.
Yes, should be good from Tuscarora Park next week. Hopefully it'll be warmer for those guys as Kohler will slap it foul over the Dover dugout.
I can tell you the games we've done to date,
the
bar's not real high for it to be warmer.
Well, today in the middle innings of this one was nice. Now it's downright getting cold again, and we're all going to get wet here unless this one finishes up shortly.
Yes.
Miller, the 0-1 to Kohler, is strike number 2. So Lainey Kohler, the sophomore, looking to get some momentum for the Lady Tornadoes here in this one. Miller looking for strikeout number 13. And she gets it. Kohler sits down with her 3rd strikeout. 13 for Miller. Not much better than getting 13 strikeouts against your rival.
No, absolutely. I'm sure that's going to make her feel pretty good.
2 down.
Put the seal the deal on it here if she can get Addie Martin to go in her direction, I guess.
Martin 0 for 2, reached on an error. She'll take Ball number 1 high.
Good hold there. Starting Addie off there with the rise ball. Good hold by Addie Martin.
And those of you who are baseball and softball fanatics, yes, we know there's something going on right now, but we're not talking about it because we're not supposed to. Martin will fly it to center field, and the out is recorded by the center fielder. Almost not, but Zoe DeVore does get the center fielder catch. And
that's a perfect one.
That is a perfect game for Julia Miller. Yes, we knew about it, folks, but we weren't saying anything because we didn't want to jinx it. We will bring the senior over. I'm sure we're going to talk to her, our undoubtedly McInturf Realty player of the game. The Lady Quakers get the 8-0 win over rival Dover. We'll be back to Dover City Park and wrap this puppy up right after this.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
Are you looking for a local propane supplier? TMK Valley Propane would like to offer you our hassle-free guarantee. We can provide you excellent service with automatic fill options, budget plans, and easy delivery. Let TMK show you how we take the hassle out of your winter heating needs. Give us a call today for a free site evaluation, 330-897-3911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
If you're purchasing a new home, the team at Hartzler's Quality Housing is here to help. Take advantage of record low interest rates to make your new home a reality. Locally owned and operated since 1978, Hartzler's Quality Housing has the experience to guide you through the process. You'll find a wide selection of model homes on site to fit any budget. Open 6 days a week just off I-77. You can also visit them online at hartzlers.com. Hartzler's Quality Housing. Quality from start to finish.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operators pacdrilling.com.
Located in the rolling hills of Holmes County, Keim Home Center is the destination and trusted source for your home, building, and woodworking needs. And we are now offering appliances. At Keim, you'll find major kitchen and laundry appliance brands such as General Electric, Whirlpool, Speed Queen, and much more. Our sales and service teams can help with product selection, delivery, installation, ongoing maintenance, and repair. Give us a call or stop by today. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
The certified public accountants at Moore Niedenthal Incorporated believe in the value of relationships. Moore Niedenthal has been in business for over 40 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Moore Niedenthal can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the new Moore Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 5 years, I have been recognized as one of the top 5 producers in the state of Ohio, according to the Ohio Association of Realtors. I am honored to receive such recognition, and I owe it all to the members of this community who have trusted me for over 30 years with the purchase and sale of their homes. When you're ready to make your move, make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Chris Kale, Adam Soweski here with you. The Lady Quakers get the big win over their crosstown, cross-river rival, 8-0. I am with the McInturf Realty player of the game, and Jules, I am taking full credit for this one.
All right.
No, you get all the credit. Perfect game in your final time against your rival at this park. Doesn't get much better than that.
It sure doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
13 strikeouts, and then when I told you 13 strikeouts, you said, that's it? You were dominant. You were very dominant, and your defense played well behind you. Really, it was perfection today.
Absolutely.
Just talk about the pitches that you were throwing tonight. I was picking on you earlier last week about the rise ball and getting it too high, but that thing was money tonight.
Yeah, my rise ball is definitely my best pitch. That's my go-to pitch for anything. They really weren't able to hit it tonight, especially the first couple times through the lineup. That's my bread and butter, my rise ball. I love it. And my defense definitely played very well behind me. I have to give them credit because I didn't get 21 strikeouts. They made a lot of plays for me, especially when Dover started bunting. The bunt defense was there. The outfield was there to catch those pop-ups. So I think it was all around a great team effort. And hitting, not to mention the hitting, we scored 8 runs.
Absolutely.
So I can't ask for more from my team.
Well, and I got to ask you, I kind of talked to Coach Dubke earlier when we interviewed him in pregame, and Coach Beachy as well, about the weather and how it just messes with everybody right now. It's cold. It's not fun to be out there throwing balls. It's not fun to be out there hitting. I mean, it stings, right?
It
and
does.
then when you're looking at practice time and everything else, but a big shout out to New Philadelphia City Park and Tuscarora Park getting the field done up there as we almost get blown over here. But the great field conditions that you guys have now, you probably wouldn't have played those 2 games this week. How key has that been, just getting the reps? Dover's only played, that's only their 3rd game. You guys got 7 in already.
Yeah, so I was able to work out the kinks, especially my teammates as well. We're able to work out the kinks, get our offense started, play some quality pitching and then some not as great pitching. So we got a good variety of pitchers going into this game. And I think just the reps and the experience that we've gotten over them really helped us in this game because we knew what to expect.
And I want to give you a shout out too. Some girls wouldn't stick around and pitch for their high school when they know that they're getting ready to go to the next level. They'd say, hey, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to hold off, and I'm going to worry about travel season and whatnot. You didn't. You came back, and you said, you know what, I need to pitch for this Quaker team because I'm letting them down if I don't. Hats off to you, kid.
Thank you.
Just good luck the rest of the way. A great senior season for you. We'll see you down the road, I'm sure. And, I told you, all you got to do is text me. I'll give you those motivational quotes anytime, all right?
Sounds good.
Your
Thank you.
Your McInturf Realty player of the game, Julia Miller, with a perfect game here tonight against her rival with 13 strikeouts. She did have the double and the walk at the plate. Great job, kiddo.
Thank you.
All right, we'll welcome in Adam Soweski. I'm not going to bring you back in? All right, well, then I'll wrap things up. Jules, you can go get your picture if you want. Great job tonight. Again, a big 3-run home run by Reese Loveday, the freshman catcher, leads the New Philadelphia Quakers to the big win tonight behind the right arm of Julia Miller, the senior pitcher headed off to Ohio State. Again, want to thank everybody at Claxon Communications, Lydia Brady, and, of course, Greg Perkins, our cameraman. The New Philadelphia Lady Quakers, they move to 3-4 on the season with this 8-0 win tonight over their rival in the Dover Tornadoes, who dropped to 0-3. Again, our McInturf Realty player of the game, Julia Miller, was 1 for 3 at the plate with a double and a walk, 13 strikeouts, and pitched the perfect game here against her rival. Of course, join us next Thursday. Big Z Sports going to be over at Tuscarora Park. New Philadelphia and Dover going to renew this rivalry over on the baseball diamond. Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan will bring you that, of course, right here on 99.9 WTUZ and Claxon Communications on YouTube. For the great folks here, Adam Soweski, I am Chris Kale saying so long from Dover City Park. This has been a presentation of Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications on Z-Country.
Thanks for listening to Big Z Sports. Tonight's broadcast was presented by Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, TMK Valley Propane, Hartzler's Quality Housing, Wood Electric, PAC Drilling, Kime, Moore Niedenthal Certified Public Accountants, McInturf Realty, and Claxon Communications. Follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter @Big_Z Sports. For the best coverage of high school sports, there's only one Big Z Sports.